Now it should be working. Weird. Oh well, it's working now. Hello everyone and welcome to another Smart Money Concept market overview with me and Roman. How are you doing, Roman?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing fine as well. I was happy that we could close the backtest yesterday with a close to 11% profit.
Yeah, it was not bad.
It was a bit slow, but it was a difficult market. So yeah, I'm glad I made it out in profit, but yeah. So today we're going to be looking at the market overview. Let me see if I can load your screen. There we go. So yeah, as always, we start with the dollar index. Or any news? Is there any news?
There was some news yesterday. I don't believe. I'm not sure. Like, I didn't check the news, to be honest. But yeah, yesterday we had the news, and oh no, we'll have the news today as well. Let me check. Yeah, here the news.
Yes. Yes, there is news. Is there any significance to those? I mean, forecast.
I mean,
PPI.
I cannot say how they will affect the market. I'm not good at macroeconomics. But yeah, these are pretty important news about the inflation numbers.
Yeah. Well, Dimitro, you're here in the chat. Will you be hosting this later today?
It will be like in 30 minutes.
Oh, okay. So we're in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we might see some price movement then. That's also nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Yesterday I opened the position accidentally during the news on my prop account, and it was canceled right away because it's forbidden to trade during the news.
And that's your Forex, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that was unfortunate. It was a pretty good position. But yeah, it's still open on the other account. I will show it to you once we get to Forex. So on the DXY, we have that weekly fair value gap that we expect to have the reaction from. But there's the new fair value gap forming. It's not ready yet, but it might be there. And so there are basically two possible cases. So either we have the reaction from this one and then to this one, or we go through this one and then from this one we go up. But yeah, we'll need to wait and see what happens. So we can just set up the alert here and wait.
Yeah, this is a daily chart. So last week we mentioned it was gonna go towards that. So that seemed like.
Yeah, we had an arrow that was pointing towards this one.
Yeah.
So yeah, so far it's going there. And also there is some liquidity before that.
But I do have to say that this is kind of surprising than what Bitcoin is doing, which we'll come to later. But normally it's the opposite direction, right?
Well, it's not like 100%, I don't know, mirroring of this chart. But yeah, it usually is. But we can just compare with the Bitcoin. No.
Yeah, so we saw Bitcoin rising while the DXY was stagnating.
Yeah, so here like DXY was going up and Bitcoin was going up.
Oh, yeah.
And then, yeah, both dropped, but Bitcoin recovered and DXY is still in kind of a range.
Yeah, Bitcoin.
So yeah, I mean,
Bitcoin just broke out of a range. So, but we'll get to that later.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So far, not too many updates, to be honest. I would expect to see this variation first. So the reaction from the weekly fair value gap and then going down.
Yeah.
Because yeah, we also have some liquidity built in. And probably to get there, we might also take some liquidity from the bottom and then go there.
Well, it's currently in a fair value gap, actually, on a 4 hour.
Yeah. Actually, on Euro, I have a position from this one, I believe. But yeah, it's in the opposite direction. So yeah, it might be something like this. So we might take this liquidity out and then go up. Or yeah, we have the fair value gap, so we might go from the fair value gap then like this. We'll see.
Many opportunities, but the good thing, as I always say, it's a reactive strategy. So we don't care how it plays out. We react to what the market will tell us.
Yeah. Well, I think my Euro position was just closed in a loss.
Oh dear. You took it in the opposite direction. You were betting against the market.
I tried to take a smaller time frame, the 5-minute time frame. Yeah, this is what I had.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it was my first attempt to trade 5-minute time frame in the last, I don't know, couple of months. And yeah, it was the last attempt.
And the issue now is that the shift is pretty much like, because it could still be valid, a valid candle, but the shift is, not favorable.
Yeah. So yeah, let's go back to weekly first. So yeah, it's pretty similar to the DXY as well, except this one has a very, very small weekly fair value gap here. It's really hard to see. And then the bigger one here. But yeah, it's similar to this one. So we'll probably test the bottom fair value gap and then go to the upside. And this is my expectation because we have also a lot of liquidity built up here. And what else? Yeah, I want to show you my yesterday's position. So I had this inverse fair value gap, and I placed an order from this one. Yeah, something like this. So I have this position open on one of the accounts, but the other one was canceled immediately.
Right.
Because it opened during the news event.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, that's unfortunate.
Well, I mean, there's no guarantee that we'll make your take profit. So maybe they were rightfully canceling it. You don't know.
Yeah, let's see if I could take this one from the inverse fair value gap. But I'm not going to take it on the 5-minute time frame.
But this would be, from the inverse fair value gap, it would be a valid setup.
Yeah, it's a pretty good one. But yeah, I realized that it's much safer to trade higher time frames on Forex for me. So we'll see how it works out.
Also less work.
Yeah.
Trading on the 1 hour is like, how many trades would you be able to do? Like at least 1 or 2 a day?
Well, when I did that, I had like at least 5 trades per week. Sometimes I had like 3 trades per day.
Yeah.
Sometimes, I had to skip a few days because there was nothing interesting. But yeah, usually it was like a couple of trades, like 5, maybe to 8 trades per week. And it's cool. Like when it goes your way, it's pretty good because at some weeks I showed you that I made like, what was that, 20% profit within 1 week. That was an amazing feeling. But yeah, sometimes it just goes the other way, and yeah.
Yeah,
good.
we know that feeling. Sometimes it just goes the other way. Yeah.
Yeah, so this position still looks pretty good, but yeah, I'm not going to take it.
Yeah, there's
and also, we have the news within 20 minutes.
Yeah, so this could be a little bit volatile. Okay. Yeah. Anything on the CV?
Oh yeah, let's check this.
There's some nice gaps.
Yeah, we've had the gap that we didn't check the last week. We had a stream on 7th. So yeah, it dropped exactly in the gap. We also had a fair value gap here. So, I mean, on the regular chart, and we mentioned that. Yeah. I believe it's also shown on our Bitcoin chart.
Correct. Yeah, and even now, the gap that you see now, this will probably be, so the gap plus the fair value gap, unless it already closes below that. Of course, the day's not finished yet, but.
Yeah. Yeah, so we just entered the weekly fair value gap today.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's interesting to observe the reaction, but we can watch this in Altrady.
Yeah, we'll have more candles.
Yeah, so let's just switch there. Okay, this is what we had last week.
They're pretty spot on.
Yeah, it was a pretty simple chart, and you can see it just slightly touched the fair value gap. It was daily fair value gap.
So where's the 1 hour shift?
Yeah, one of the approaches that I'm going to backtest soon is just trading on the higher time frame.
Mm-hmm.
So like you have the fair value gap, you just place your entry at the start of the fair value gap and stop loss beyond the last candle of the fair value gap. So the one that like created the fair value gap. And that's it. So this one was already 3.
Yeah, that's a decent one, yeah. I also closed my Bitcoin position, my short term. Well, I can't say it was short term. It was started in the beginning of December. I just closed it because it was on break even, and I just messed it up. So I was waiting for a break even part because I didn't want to reward myself with a bad trade that turns out to be profitable. So I just made sure that it was break even, and then I exited. But then I also checked the daily 1 hours from that period of where I started buying, and it was pretty good. There was 4 positions that I saw that were all profitable on the daily 1 hour. So yeah, I indeed also saw this last one, which I believe has an entry on the 1 hour.
Yeah, that's what I checked. So we have the shift right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a pretty good one. Yeah, and you could stretch it to the weekly fair value gap instead of targeting the swing high.
Yeah, but even that was already good.
Yeah, that was 3.5. This is 4.5. Pretty good.
Yep, and there was one before that as well. A long. There was quite a period where there was nothing, because I believe in the past year it was the weekly fair value gap that it touched. Yeah, this one, this whole block, and then it just shifted through it, and there was some kind of entry possibility on the daily. So if you go to daily 1 hour, there was a fair value gap. Yeah, this one. But, or am I saying that correctly? No, there was a shorting opportunity, I thought. Yeah, this one. But the reason why you couldn't take this one was because the shift would be too high that your profit would be gone. So that was the only one that didn't work out, but also you would have never taken it because the trade was so bad.
Yeah.
You didn't have any references, and this one obviously was missed. No entry, and I can't say that it's a valid short now, as this is a daily, but fairly long ago, right?
Yeah, I mean
on the weekly you could say it, but
ideally you want to see like a higher correction into fair value gap. So taking the middle part of it. But yeah, sometimes even this works. It just depends on your strategy.
Yeah, because the daily shift is not in, right?
Daily shift, yeah, it's not there. Daily shift is too far. If we're looking for this one.
Yeah. So technically, we're still in that bearish move. So we could potentially see some shorting opportunities in this area, and I mean, obviously, you have the impulse move and then the correction. In the impulse, you do the shorts, and in the correction, you could see some order flow longs, which there were. There were two, I believe. Yeah, because we had this one and we had this one, I believe, as well. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, maybe this one on the fair value gap, although that would not have been a good one.
Yeah, I mean, like, to be honest, this one after having this inverse fair value gap and then this fair value gap, we can say that it was tested. Then price went up. So yeah, that's where we should have switched to longs. But yeah, then price dropped. It was like pretty hard to define the direction.
Oh yeah, no, the longs that I had drawn were on the 2nd of January.
Yeah, here.
Yeah, from that fair value gap, yeah.
Yeah, so this one, I guess. Yeah, I missed this fair value gap test because I had my alert set like few dollars below the actual price drop, and it didn't fire with something like this. But yeah, but instead I took a couple of positions on other markets. And yeah, I'll show you.
Yeah, because other markets are showing different signs.
Yeah, but in general, the move was pretty much the same across the markets. And that's what we discussed on the previous stream.
Yep.
So yeah, what do you expect from it so far for the future?
My expectation for the next couple of days is that this will be, hopefully, like the candle will be like this, maybe a little bit higher still, but and then taking out this fair value gap and moving up somewhere around here. I think that there's another swing happening. I mean, we don't know this candle yet, but I would expect something like this to happen. So I'm waiting and hopefully finding an entry in this part with the position that I just closed. I have some funds available again to possibly take that position. Obviously, it has to be the right things, because ideally I'd want to target this point.
Yeah,
that would be my conservative target. On the other hand, we could target a little bit higher.
Just middle of the fair value gap. Yeah. It's also aligns with the middle of weekly fair value gap. So it's pretty good.
Yeah, that sounds like a decent thing. So that gives me a little bit more playroom. So yeah, that's my expectation for this. Do I expect that we are going to see 100,000? Pooh, that's going to be a stretch, I think.
Yeah, I still believe like we have two ways of doing this, I would say. So we have, you can say that this is kind of a order block here. I don't have it. No, I have it. So something like this. So we either going to see the reversal from this one, but it would be much better if we can test this either a 100 area or get to the swing high and then to like take it out and then go down.
Yeah, because my long-term expectation is still that we're going to see more lows, more to the 60,000. That's what I'm hoping for, at least.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, this is the expectation.
Yeah,
and it makes sense.
Yeah, there are a couple of options. Like it could reject from this fair value gap, or it could indeed take out this target, and then make its way down back down.
Yeah, and it would be much better if we take out this swing high
With a sweep,
because while going up, we'll generate a lot of liquidity at the bottom here, and then we'll also liquidate a lot of short positions by going higher, and then in one move you could just liquidate every long position. So yeah, this would fuel a pretty quick run to the downside.
Yeah. The impulse move down will be quite fast. And what could we see then as a first target? Perhaps 80?
Yeah, 80 is this swing already. Yeah. So then we have the 74.
Yeah, so most likely 74 that it will go to.
Yeah, and then this area.
That's going to be a few months in the making, I think, because we'll probably see something like this, and then some scribble up, and then the move down.
Yeah. I mean, that's how the market goes. We can just look back at the previous cycle. So we are probably in this area right now. So then we'll see the drop down, and then another few months of going up, and then this.
Yeah, that seems like the most likely scenario to me as well. So there's still a few bits to be made. Like you could trade this part down, and then we can see if we can find some longs. Not trying to catch the reversal, but maybe some longs here, and then back to shorting here, and then maybe set up a grid bot here to to do some accumulation, or just DCAing. It's also fine. That's what I did last time. Like I started buying every week here.
Yeah, DCAing is much better approach when we get to this area. So we'll get to 60,000. That's where I started buying.
Actually, I started buying here. Yeah, because my average entry then was around 20, because I bought more here.
Yeah. So yeah, it looks pretty similar to what we have now. We can even try to, where's that bar pattern? We can copy it like this.
Yeah. It's already lasting a little bit longer.
Yeah. But the idea,
I mean, this needs to move to October, right?
Ideally, yes. But
it's close.
That's where the bottom was. So now if we do it like this to the bottom, then yeah.
Yeah, it was from November.
And yeah, that's October.
Yeah, but you took this from November.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, but maybe match it to November here.
No, I don't think so. Yeah, it doesn't have to be like, okay, we can take it from the top. It would be more accurate, I believe. So something like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
it's pretty similar.
not exactly.
Not exactly, but pretty similar.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that, so previously we had this part, and that's what we have now.
Mm-hmm.
Then we'll have drop, then another run up, and then drop down, and then accumulation.
Yeah.
And then
to
$20 million.
Is that your target? Can we lock that in?
Yeah.
By which year?
I don't know, like
3,000. Yeah, that's possible.
Yeah, I just need to calculate it based on the halving. So basically, every 4 years, you just double the price.
Yeah.
And yeah, eventually we'll get there.
Much quicker. Yeah. All right. So this was Bitcoin. So my idea is that, yeah, I'm looking for a short-term long in this direction. Otherwise, if it doesn't happen, then probably some shorting already if we see some reversal. That will be a tricky one. So I'll probably reduce the size a little bit.
Yeah, so for the shorts, I would wait for 4-hour shift, most likely, since we have this weekly fair value gap. And to actually confirm it, it would be really good to see the 4-hour shift. And if we have something like this, then your shift is pretty close.
Yeah, otherwise the shift is here.
Yeah, that is too far for now. But if we have this, then you have a lot of room for the short. But yeah, as I said, we can get to this order block and maybe even this liquidity at 107,000. I mean, yeah, this would be ideal target. If we get there, then I will open another huge short.
100x short, Roman locked in.
Yeah, I wish.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, let's move to other markets.
Is it Bitcoin?
So there's no, pretty similar.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have Ethereum. Again, daily fair value gap. That's what we expected, these 2 arrows that we drawn on the previous stream. And yeah, it went to the lowest fair value gap. And within this one, we had the shift. It was pretty messy shift. I don't like these. So it took a lot of time to actually get the shift. So I usually skip positions like this.
The shift was already in.
Well, yeah, this one.
Yeah.
But I don't like these. I mean, if you see this not on the candle close, so if you are here, then yeah, then you open the position. Yeah. But if you're there like one candle later, then you don't want to open this.
Yeah, you can open it immediately. You're lucky.
Yeah. So what you really want to see on the shift is like impulsive move through the shift.
Yeah, but
with
the
fair value
impulsive
gap,
move was already
preferably
before that.
But there's no fair value gap on the way, so that's the problem.
Yeah.
If you had any fair value gaps, then it would be a confirmation of the buying power, but it's not there. So yeah, and then it took like a couple of days to actually get a proper shift. But what's good about this? Yeah, so after this move happened, we took out this liquidity. And then, yeah, after this, you could have opened some positions. So maybe even something like this. This would be pretty good. And yeah, and still it went down.
And then it hit the target. So eventually it didn't really matter. Like even if you went into this one.
Yeah, but the problem is that
if you had the nerves to keep in.
Yeah, I mean the problem with this, like not too powerful move.
The risk reward ratio wasn't great, but you could have managed it.
Yeah, I mean, like the whole idea of this shift, the market structure shift, is in seeing the reaction. So you see some sellers here, and then another selling pressure here to take out these. And then you want to see this huge reaction to the upside with the buys. But here you don't have that. Just have something weird.
Yeah.
And it doesn't confirm the actual idea of buying power in this region. Yeah, it eventually appeared after taking out this liquidity.
Oh, by the way, it's 3:30 now, or at least depending where you are. But
yeah, there is some news. I'm not the one to explain what the effects are.
well, let's see what the market's doing.
Yeah, let's check.
Anything in trading to you? Usually the market will tell you if it's good or bad.
It's not too significant.
Yeah, no, not a massive reaction.
Yeah, but this one is going well so far. I should have taken it. Yeah, like here you can see what happened yesterday. So we had this quick candle. But today it's not like that.
Dollar index is declining.
Yeah, it's just going the opposite way.
Oh, no, it is reacting. Yeah.
So this 4-hour, 15-minute shift might be there soon. But yeah, too close to the target. And on euro, shift is too far. Yeah, not good.
It is gapping now on the 15. Just jump
Yeah,
out.
I mean, it doesn't really matter because on different brokers, it's different. So this one is CMC markets, but on any other broker, it would be something different. So it may be just due to the lag on this broker. So it's not really telling. What we have here on crypto.
Ethereum is deciding what it wants to do, but it did drop.
Yeah, it slightly dropped.
Bitcoin.
And Bitcoin
same.
as well. But yeah, you can see.
So the expectation is that it then goes up, right? So it's the first shakeout.
I don't know.
And then continuing.
Yeah, I have no idea how to actually read this news. But yeah, let's see Ethereum. So we discussed this position, what could have been done, but I didn't like this build up. But now we have this Fibonacci gap. Let's see. Fibonacci, yeah, we are too far from the discount zone. But maybe there will be the shift within this 4-hour failure gap.
All right, this is a 4-hour 15 setup.
Yeah, so you'd want to see like another drop and then maybe the shift.
Yeah, I mean, for the shift would now be here, right?
Yeah, right now it is here. But let's see the higher targets. So we have here, yeah, we have this pretty good swing high. This is a nice target. And then we have the weekly Fibonacci gap. Yeah, so if there is the shift, then we can look for the position like this. To this swing high.
Yeah. That would be a nice target.
So yeah, expectations are pretty much the same as on a Bitcoin. And let's also check daily. So yeah, on daily we have this huge fair value gap building up.
Yeah, it depends on how the day close, of course, but
it's not confirmed yet.
No, but it's unlikely that it's going to take out the whole candle from yesterday. But who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, anything's possible. It's still crypto.
Yeah.
Okay. What's there for Ethereum Bitcoin? Is Ethereum finally outperforming Bitcoin, or?
Let's see. I hadn't checked this one for a long time. So we had this monthly fair value gap. We didn't reach it. And this one. And we are currently trading within this one.
Yeah.
So yeah, hard to tell. This small fair value gap. And then reaction from it. Another fair value gap here. Also had the reaction from this one. But yeah, it's quite indecisive for now.
Would you ever trade this market, or is it just for the analysis part?
It's just for the analysis. I mean, it's more like, when you decide if you want to trade the high cap coins or altcoins, then you watch this chart. So when you see that Ethereum starts rising, then you don't want to trade Bitcoin. You want to trade altcoins.
Oh, right. Yeah, I mean, that's a good insight, right? So because historically Ethereum has been a pusher for the altcoins as well.
Yeah. So basically on the Forex, it's pretty much the same. So I can add GBP, USD, and also Euro GBP. So for example, on Forex, I usually trade either Euro or British Pound. But when you open this chart, so Euro to British Pound, then you see which one is stronger now. So we can see right now, Euro is dropping. Wait, let me check. It should be the other way around. It should be GBP, Euro. Yeah, so now Euro is going up, which means Euro is stronger. And if you see that Euro, you want to open long positions, then since Euro is stronger, then yes, you want to open longs on Euro, but not on the British Pound. Because Euro might provide you better returns. So Euro might go higher than the GBP. So for example, Euro can go, I don't know, like 1% up, while British Pound would go just 0.5% up. And it's pretty much the same with this one. So while Ethereum can generate you like 10% profit, Bitcoin would make just 5% or something like that, just because Ethereum is stronger at the moment.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And yeah, there's also, since Solana is much stronger now, there's also the chart for Solana Ethereum, I believe. No, it's not there. No, we don't have it.
Yeah, you might need to write it separately. You can't do it combined.
Oh. Wait. All right. So yeah, that's the other indicator now for the altcoins. And especially if you want to trade like Solana ecosystem coins, then you want to see when Solana is starting to outperform Ethereum. So right now you can see that Solana was dropping. It's kind of a range right now. So for example, we might expect that Solana will now go up, which means you would prefer to trade Solana now over Ethereum and Solana-based altcoins.
And then by that you mean trading Solana, USDT or USDC?
Yeah. Because let's see on the chart so we can just compare it. Even right now, from this daily fair gap to the weekly fair gap, Ethereum has 12%. And if we check Solana, this is also weekly fair gap. But we don't have the daily fair gap here. We can just check it from the daily open. So we can see it's 20% to that weekly fair gap, which is like pretty much the same target. It's also weekly fair gap, but it's 12% versus 20%. So you want to make 20%.
Well, in the end, it's risk-based. So it also depends on the stop losses, of course. If the stop losses are equally spaced out more, then that effect is nullified,
true, but
of course. Or
it is more effective for the spot positions.
Yeah.
We don't have the stop losses.
Yeah, and it's kind of similar amplifying effects from what we had a few years ago, where I was always trading altcoins against Bitcoin because you got the amplified results, right? As soon as you made more profits in Bitcoin, then Bitcoin would make you way more profit in the dollars. But you could trade it against dollars and you'd make 5%. But if you trade 5% against Bitcoin and Bitcoin makes another 5%, then you've increased your profits. You've amplified your profits. Obviously, if Bitcoin goes down, then you would have given in to your profits a little bit. But yeah, as I am still a firm believer in Bitcoin going to higher values, it doesn't really matter to me. Like I'm perfectly capable of holding on to my Bitcoin until I really need it, and in the near future, I don't need it. So I'm slowly and surely building it up.
Yeah, it's actually interesting to backtest the different altcoins to Bitcoin, the smart money concept.
Well, if you zoom out even further, like you see that
it's
in the last few
down.
years, it's just been one slide like this. I'm talking more about the 21 period, like this period. This was you could have made so much Bitcoin in this period.
Yeah, that's true.
And here it's just been one big slide. And this is weird, right? We hadn't seen that. Like even in this one, this was still good, like this period. But we haven't seen that this cycle. Unless it's still coming, but yeah. We've been saying alt season is starting for many, many months. It's not starting.
Yeah, we did not say that.
And I don't know, maybe it's not fair in terms of comparing it now to Bitcoin, as Bitcoin is now being gobbled up by the big ETFs and all that kind of stuff. But did NEAR have more of a bull market on the USDT markets if you switch to the second tab that you have open now?
Yeah, NEAR was, it has had these ups and downs. It's mostly in the range.
Yeah, but it's still like, but longer
but it's
period.
Not a decline.
Longer period, it's still like, like if you put it to weekly. Yeah, so this was the clear bull market. This was the clear bull market for the alts.
Yeah.
But where is it here? It's not there. It's like massive gap here. It's not even like reaching halfway. Like here it reached halfway, but nothing. You would expect this area here, at least. And this is with many, many markets, many altcoins like this.
Yeah, well, we have this monthly fair gap, so if we ever get to this one, it would be pretty good, I believe. That's 90%. It's too much. But for this coin, it's possible because you can see that it went up and down like crazy percentage while everything else was staying slow.
So yeah, I'm not saying it's not possible. Anything like something like a good news will push it up. I believe if you can find it, the Zig coin, the Zig chain. What is it? Zig token. You might have to, yeah. I don't know how new it is on this one. Yeah, you might have to go to Gate. They have more history. Yeah. See, that had some good news and has been trading sideways after that for a while. But it's that kind of news. They changed something here. I believe this is where they decided to give people profits. It's like a profit share.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe. Ugh. Yeah, I mean, buying it from the bottom would be pretty cool.
I don't know where I bought it. I do have some, not a lot. I wish I'd bought more, but obviously for people that don't know what Zig is, it's the Signali token, and we worked very closely with Signali. It's been, yeah, my last buy was at 2 zeros, yeah, 0077. So it was around here.
It was pretty much here.
Yeah. Well, I bought it earlier. I bought it here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, right now it's not that good. But
well, I can see how much it would be, and it's not a lot, but it's currently 600% up.
Yeah.
So I wish I'd bought more, but yeah.
Yeah, let's check other markets. So Solana, we also had this prediction there. Did we check it already, or?
Yes,
we didn't.
Yes,
check.
we did it.
Oh, okay. So yeah, last week we expected to take out this high, and we took it out. So we might see the reversal, but also, yeah, weekly fair gap is too far. We have the daily fair gap that we are trading in, or close to. So maybe we'll see another, similar to Bitcoin and everything else, maybe we'll see another run up and then go down. Because yeah, it's interesting that this one didn't have the fair value gap here. But we have one here. So yeah, it's really hard to predict the long-term direction for this one.
Yeah, there's not much in between yet. Oh, well,
it's kind of a range as well.
Oh yeah, what were the rules for the range again? It broke out, tested.
Yeah, and broke out, it went to the other side. And then it broke out from this, and it might go to the other side. And also, when you have the fair value gap like this next to the range, then you usually want just to open position from this fair value gap to the downside.
Yeah.
So yeah, I missed this one.
Oh, I see. Valhalla just joined. Says hello. Hello.
So many drawings. And is there anything? The shift is pretty tough here. So this would be the shift, I guess.
Yep. But that would be the reversal trade, right? That's a tricky one.
Yeah.
You want to be cautious with the reversals.
Okay, let's check XRP. Again, yeah, again, fair value gap. One of them reacted. Was there an entry? Not a good one. Oh, and the reaction, you can see every other market already reached this high while Ethereum is still at the bottom.
Yeah.
Oh, not Ethereum, I mean Ripple. So yeah, not a good reaction from this one. That's interesting. So we might go for the next fairly gap and then maybe have the reaction.
Yeah. Well, we can see that the news did not really have an effect on the market. It's just moving the same way.
Yeah.
At least for Bitcoin. Oh, Binance Coin. How's Binance Coin doing?
Yeah, let me check Sui.
Oh, Sui. You're on Sui.
And then, yeah, then we'll check Binance.
Oh, that might have had an entry and maybe a possible. It definitely had an entry, but no target. You would have to play with that. And it's a similar one that you had on, what was it?
Ethereum.
Yeah.
It's pretty similar to Ethereum, but you can see here, so after the shift, you had one candle close. Like it's still not that impulsive move through the shift, but at least you had a couple of candles that went up while Ethereum had the reversal right away. So this would be much more, like much better to trade. But at the end, this one didn't reach the target yet.
No.
So even though it seemed much better at the beginning, it's still not there. And again, it took out some liquidity and again was quite hesitant. A 4-hour fairly gap here. Not at the shift yet. Yeah, so maybe there will be something.
Maybe a new low and then another shift. Oh, you could even go further down, like that would be a target already.
No, it's just 7. It's fine.
You greedy. Yeah, why not go for that? Why not set it to the all-time high? I mean, there's even this one that you could probably already target because it's going to go lower than this.
Yeah, so yeah, we just need to see what happens there, and then depending on the stop loss, then you will decide.
Yeah,
but this is still a pretty good target because if we look back, well, actually, I would say
this one.
This one much better.
Yeah.
So this could have been like an outlier, but then this would be the liquidity and resistance at this point.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty cool trick also I saw when you target this swing instead of this one. It's usually the traders who trade this level strategy. Basically everything based on the horizontal levels. Let me go back and find something. So usually like the first swing high that you get, this is the most selling one. And you can see that this one had a lot of reaction at this line.
Mm. It got retested quite a bit, yeah.
So yeah, it's always this first one. And then this is just liquidity sweep. But this one is the most important one. So it's interesting to test with the smart money as well.
Yep. All right. Lastly, we could have a quick look at Binance Coin.
Okay.
I'm
an investor.
I want to see how my investment is doing.
Okay. So we have this weekly fairly gap. We have a lot of liquidity down, but as we know, Binance Coin is not the one who follows the rules.
No, yeah, well, this was taken.
Yeah, but I believe, yeah, if we look back, it has a lot of these liquidities that hasn't been taken.
Yeah, but it took
This
out.
one was.
No, didn't take that one. Yeah.
But it's also, I believe, Ethereum as well. It leaves a lot of this kind of liquidity like this that hasn't been tested. So if I quickly switch back to Ethereum, like, no, this one was taken. This one, the one that I was targeting, as I was learning the smart money concept, I saw this, and yeah, this was the target. Yeah, actually, it got better. So yeah, let's check.
But Binance Coin is still the same.
But I mean, yeah, this is too much of liquidity, I would say. So this is a nice target.
Maybe take out the weekly first.
Yeah, it would be ideal.
But apart from that, similar thing. Going down, then up.
Yeah, I had this weekly fair value gap, so this can be the support needed to go up. Yeah, also with this nice liquidity level here. Yeah, and then from there, something like this. So yeah, if you have something to sell, you have nice area to sell.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, we sold a large part here, so that was good. I was happy with that. Well, before the 10th of October, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was happy with that. So yeah. All right. Well, that's another hour gone by again. So I want to thank everyone for watching and let you know that tomorrow we will have the quick scan session. I don't know yet, but I might be able to use our new scanner.
It's interesting.
Yeah. I'm not sure if I'm going to show it on screen, but at least you'll see me pop open the markets. No, I could show it on screen. I wouldn't care. But yeah, no, that's going to be interesting. That a new scanner that we might integrate in, well, that we will integrate into Altrady for the quick scan sessions. So yeah, stay tuned for tomorrow. Join us. It's going to be live trades, actual trades. I mean, what we do here is also planning for actual trades, but it's difficult to execute them when you're trading on larger timeframes and also with strict entries. Whereas with the quick scanner, we sometimes enter a market when we should have waited an extra 5 minutes. But you know what? It's just fun and more relaxed. And yeah, join us if you can. Otherwise, it'll be next week with more videos from us, more live streams. So yeah, hit the subscribe button. Make sure that you get notified when we go live. And then we'll see you on the next stream. Thank you, Roman. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you too.
Bye.